Hey yo, this is another video, so let's go. Alright, I'm shooting this video for Gonzoe, who's a rapper from LA or the Crenshaw district. He was in a rap group called Caution, and he was with the regime. And he was also closely associated with Tupac and the Outlawz. I can say, like, to me, he did a lot of things to be considered an outlaw, but just wasn't known. Hold on, I'm waiting for the truck to pass. He wasn't known as an actual outlaw member, but he was damn near there just as long as any other outlaws that were around that came throughout the period of time that he was at death row. So when I was where I'm at, you know, of course he was killed. The wind has been blowing crazy. So where he was killed was or shot down at was in Seattle, and he was at the 2800 block of this street right here where I'm on. So I'm gonna show you where I'm at, the 2800 block. Right there, the 2800 block. And it was like, they said it was a Safeway. Let me see, Safeway, and the park right here. So the park where I'm at, and this is this actual area where he was located at when everything happened and went down and transpired. So there was some at a gas station, but the Safeway got a gas station in front, and also the Shell got a gas station in front, or gas station right here. So, but this is the area he was at, and I was right across the street, right in front of the Safeway, right there, where the gas station is. And he was, when I was sitting there, I was like, I knew when I read the article from the Seattle Times, I looked online, I knew I was gonna come because I was already in this, you know, in the city. I was like, I kept forgetting. And I said, something told me something reminded me. I was about to get off my phone, and something reminded me to check where. And it was, of course, it was the ancestors. And and next thing I know, I started looking it up, getting information, you know, about it, about where it was and where everything went down at. And so, see that now, I just received a sign just now that just passed me by. Y'all wouldn't understand it, but I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna continue on with the story. So I was standing by the Safeway, right out on the street right here, and next thing I know, I was like, I wonder, like, where should I do it at exactly? And next thing I have a real good close association with a certain type of bird, you know, ravens, and they're all out here, you know. So let me see if I can get them to where y'all can see them. All out in the field right there. It was like a whole bunch of them. Well, out there earlier, and there's some over here actually too. But yeah, I want to stay focused. So when I was standing, like, maybe right where that tree is at, like right beneath that gas station sign right there. And when I was standing there, I was like, I wonder what I should do with. And a raven, like, I was standing right there by the stop sign, or right by that gas station sign right there. Then a raven came right up close to right above my head, and flew back and came and landed right here, right on top of that part of the fence right there. Landed right here, and this is where I'm at. And so when it landed there, I was like, okay, I'll go over there across the street and do it right there. So I moved these leaves out the way. And got me a candle early. Well, got me a candle early this morning, and so I can, you know, give my respect and reverence, you know, to Gonzoe. You know, you know, the group he was with was Caution. He was signed to Lynch Mob Records. You know, that's Ice Cube's record label. You know, I don't really like Ice Cube too much. My reasons why, but let me keep going. But So when he ended up with death row too also. So but as an artist, and he was there around the times of before Tupac passed, and right during that time before he passed, and after too also, after he left his physical body. So when that happened, but also I wanted to say this. Funny thing is, when I decided to come out here, I rode through the night. You know what I'm saying? Like, to get out here, it took me like a good while to get here. And when I did, it was like something so funny. When I decided it in my mind, I was gonna do it. I heard sirens just going off. And then when I got on my started getting on my way to go, a police vehicle just came out of nowhere blaring sirens. I was like, that's pretty weird. You know what I'm saying? So next thing I know, I go on the next street, and then a police car, truck, police SUV, it goes right by me and then makes a U-turn. I'm like, that's weird too. I get close to the spot where I'm at now, and then next thing I know, police officer sitting in the truck. He's sitting at the light. He turns his lights on, flashing his blue and red lights, and just to get across the street. I'm like, these are like all fear tactics. So you won't do certain things because it's energy. When certain people died in certain places, and God is like I say in my other videos, God is associated with the police, the fire department, the EMS, Masonic groups, all that. But like when I say Masonic groups, well, I mean that in true detail. Not because originally highly melanated people, so-called black people, we are the original Masons. Imhotep, or Ascalipius would be the original. Ascalipius or Imhotep is an original Mason, but they perverted a lot of our teaching, or they carried them, but they use their teachings to the help or the benefit of God, and God keeps highly melanated people down, or so-called black people down, and we don't realize I've done a lot of study, and my ancestors always point me in the right direction when I was looking for things to study to find out what was the true existence or meaning behind what God is doing. So funny thing is, I'm gonna get onto this part of the story too. This is all for Gonzoe. This ain't nothing dealing with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying this is all part of something. As the alarms go off. Okay, like I said, the whole police thing, right? So Snoop Dogg, like I revealed this in a video that I have about Nipsey Hussle. Snoop Dogg was at Nipsey Hussle's memorial speaking on Nipsey Hussle, and he was doing a lot of Masonic hand gestures and hand signals. I'm like, I peeped it. I made a video about it. About almost a little over a year ago, it's been out. So the crazy thing is about this. Now, remember, Snoop Dogg, now this is why I found this out, because now Vlad TV, they did an interview with Gonzoe after the Bosco 100 and Gonzoe celebrity boxing match. And now you got to think about this. When certain things get ready to fall through, they'll put somebody that they work with to ease things over or mediate things. So Snoop Dogg get involved, and he was like, "No, don't everybody get rid of the whole boxing match. Don't get rid of it." He said, "What I'll do is I'll commentate the actual boxing match, and they'll bring in more viewers, I guess, or whatever. And I'll bring more, pay up some more money and everything. And then once you do that, Gonzoe, he was saying on the Vlad TV interview, he was saying, yeah, Snoop Dogg got involved. He got us more money. And when he got us more money, that was a beautiful thing. But in the same sense, when Snoop Dogg gets involved, it's like he does that to catch a body almost. Like this, he was asking Tupac and he was asking Biggie, where you gonna be at? Where y'all gonna be at before they actually pass? And when he told them that, you know, we all know the end of the story, how it happens. He got involved, and after it was all over with, they were gonna, Gonzoe and Bosco, they were gonna start their own boxing league, and that's when everything came out and everything happened out here in Seattle. So hold on, something's going on out in my world right here. I gotta pause this video. All right, back. So after that happened with the whole thing with Snoop Dogg, you know, when he came out here, like, he did, cause you gotta think about it. Now this is the second Outlawz member, second Outlawz member that had passed after doing an interview with Vlad TV. So you got Big Syke. He did the interview with Thug Life, and so it should still be on YouTube. I'm not dropping this video into a certain time, so it's not gonna come out right when I record this. So what happened was with Big Syke, he was talking about how the police was actually slave catchers back in the day and dropping all his information, and then Vlad TV dropped the interview after Big Syke had passed. Now follow me very closely. Now I've noticed something, and then he had the interview with Gonzoe. And then right after he put the interview out, then Gonzoe passes. But also, now this is something else I realized. There's another interviewer out of New York named Doggie Diamonds. He has Doggie Diamonds TV. He had interviewed Gonzoe before the shooting had occurred, but he didn't drop the interview until after he had passed. So I remember watching the interview on YouTube. And he was saying after Gonzoe had passed, and he was saying I had asked his manager if it was all right if I can put it out. But you got to think about it. Like when a record label puts an artist some music that they have stashed away or haven't put out yet, when they put that out, what they do? They make more money off the artist when they were alive. When they make more money off the artist when they pass than they were alive, because you have people pouring out their hearts who want to spend money to get what they didn't get while they were alive. So, and there's another siren. I don't know, just because of the area I'm in or what, but, you know, but it ain't by coincidence that happened with Big Syke. He put that part of the interview out. See, if he was still alive, he would be talking. Look. Look who gets close. Look what get close after I said that. So, like, the ancestors speak through animals. Ancestors speak through animals. I know what I'm talking about. I roll with the raven hard. The raven rolls with me hard. Trust me. But so why would Vlad TV release the interview of the part of Big Syke speaking about the police being slave catchers until after he passed away? Because I found out, like, there's a contract you signed with Vlad TV saying that police will be watching this and such and such and such, and they can use this information or the information you can incriminate yourself. So I found out that a while back, and you gotta think about it. If he's playing this information for them after he records it, they probably be like, don't put this out. And then Big Syke passes in his sleep, right? He dies in his sleep. Then after he dies, he puts up Vlad TV puts the video post rest in peace Big Syke, and put that part of the video. Well, he can't speak about more in tune and get to the youth about what he was talking about, how they were the police officers were slave catchers. And then if you're not walking around talking about it, how can anybody come and be like, get more information about it after you, but they can only know, but as you said, that after you put the video out after he passed away. Okay, so now we have the thing with Doggie Diamonds. He drops the video after Gonzoe has already was shot down. It was 3 bullets to the chest, and they said he went to the they took him to the hospital, and he couldn't make it overnight. So that's why I came to this exact spot right here. So I was like, I'm gonna come to this exact spot and give my reverence and show my love to Gonzoe. And like, I find it funny, like all these members of the Outlawz be getting killed, but then you have Napoleon. He goes religious. Remember Loon went religious. Craig Mack went to a cult. What else? G Dep turns himself in for a murder that he had did years ago. He's in jail to this day. Hold on, something going on in my world. Hold on. And you got, what else? You got Mace. Mace, he was a pastor at one point, and now he's talking. He's saying things about Puffy, but you don't. I don't know. He was trying to get signed to Snoop Dogg's death row. So remember, think about this now. Sidebar: Snoop Dogg and Puffy, both their sons went to UCLA. They the best of friends. You know, they've been supposedly Snoop Dogg been friends with Puffy for a long time. But both their sons went to UCLA. So you gotta at the same time. So it is. I don't remember murder was the case. He said the guy. He said if you do this for me, I'll do this for you. Never have a want, never have a need. My mind went on a journey, but I want to journey. My mind something, but I want to journey some more. Really though, like he was like saying that he really had to give, you know what I'm saying, give his soul damn near to pretty much do what they want him to do. But we don't look at it like that. We just look at it, oh, he's just being creative. Creative, murder was the case that really happened. And then when it really happened, he really got to do these things. So that's why Tupac was saying, and Biggie was saying, why he was asking me, why he kept asking me where was I going, like before they got killed. So they said this in video, this video out there of them both saying that. But yeah, I even feel like he got something to do with the whole thing with Nipsey Hussle too. So, but yeah, it's crazy. But I want. It's just a lot came from this. What I did first was I spoke with Gonzoe. You know, before I even shot this video, I wanted to speak. I spoke even longer than the time that I'm doing now. What is it? 16 minutes? I think I can't even see it fully. Yeah, I think so. 16 minutes. And we were speaking. It's just like we was talking about spiritual things. And we was and I told him some things what I was gonna be doing. I'm gonna record this video. I'm like, I'm not trying to exploit the situation or anything like that. I just wanted to give reference and shed some light on what's going on around us as in this world, and shed some light on your situation, what happened with you, and show the spot where people probably, if they wanted to show reverence or give love, they can come out here too. It ain't like you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know him personally like that. But I always kept saying, like, man, for somebody that was a friend of a person or a friend of Tupac's like that, or a loved one, to come out and keep speaking, and when everybody that we thought that would be speaking, that we kept seeing all the time around Tupac, that is not even saying anything at all about all these people that's speaking about Tupac. Gonzoe had something to say about it. Even the ones that was in the Outlawz, he spoke out against them, the ones that wasn't doing nothing, or the ones that were doing fucked up shit, like selling crack to their own mother. Like he's like, who does that? Like, like you sell crack to your own mother, you'll go up in a man's ass. Like, I remember he had said that shit. Like it's like he was really changing but changing, and he was using his weaponry became his words and his mind. So over time, I remember like in one of those videos, he was talking about certain outlaws. He was like saying, "Shout out to my Seattle niggas," and it's so crazy that he ended up dying or getting killed in Seattle. But people, like, people knew that he was getting his money out here, so they're gonna try to catch him, try to get him caught up in something out here to make it like it was something else. And then the newspaper report, it was saying how they still haven't found the person that done it or anything like that. Of course, they sent the person that do it. Just like they had these mass shootings at these schools, they'll send a person, just like the same thing with Nipsey Hussle. I remember the interview with Cowboy. He was saying, the guy, when his eyes was really big. That's like the same thing that happened with Khalid Muhammad when he got shot at that college when he was speaking. All his shots were in the legs, and showing you we could have killed you, but we're gonna shoot you in the legs anyway. And then the guy, once the team of Khalid Muhammad got to him, they was kicking on him, beating on him, kicking him in the nuts, punching him in the face. It's like he really wasn't even blinking. His eyes was just big. But that was a hit. They put a hit out of you. They can what do you call it? Hypnotize people and send people and to make them do a work for them. But that's what I'm saying. So, and they can send somebody on the streets with, like, most of the people that sell drugs, they're Masons. I've noticed from me being around in the street areas and seeing certain things. But I just wanted to get this video out and give reverence to Gonzoe and say what up. So peace and kill God daily. All right, yeah, guys.